What if I told you that low self-esteem is not a personality flaw? It's a psychological wound your mind has been hiding for years. And if you don't understand where it started, you will spend your whole life fixing symptoms instead of healing the cause. Before we dive deep, if you're listening right now, please like, share, and subscribe. This content is not just motivation, it's psychology, healing, and growth. The kind of knowledge that could save someone's peace, someone's confidence, someone's life. Now, let's talk about low self-esteem, the quiet poison that lives inside so many people. Low self-esteem isn't just not feeling good enough. It is a repeated pattern of self-rejection, a nervous system wired to expect disappointment, a brain trained to anticipate failure before trying, a survival response from childhood, trauma, rejection, or long-term emotional neglect. Low self-esteem is your mind preparing you for the worst because at some point in your life, the worst actually happened. You weren't born doubting yourself. It was learned. It was taught. It was shaped through experiences that told you, don't shine too much. Don't talk too loud. Don't try too hard. You're not enough. But here's the truth. Your self-esteem was wounded, not destroyed. It can be rebuilt. Let me tell you a story, one you may recognize even if it's not yours. There was once a boy who always raised his hand in class. He believed his ideas mattered. He believed his voice had weight. Until one day a teacher laughed and said, "Sit down, you talk too much." The class laughed. And in that moment, something shifted. The boy didn't argue, he didn't cry, he just quietly folded himself into a smaller version of who he used to be. From that day, he stopped raising his hand. He stopped sharing ideas. He started believing that silence was safer. He learned that invisibility protected him from embarrassment. And by the time he became an adult, he no longer remembered the moment. He only remembered the feeling. I don't want to be seen. That's how low self-esteem is born. Not from weakness, but from wounds. Psychologists say low self-esteem is rooted in early criticism, rejection, or inconsistency, growing up without emotional validation, being compared to others, trauma or repeated failure, social anxiety, chronic stress, and emotional neglect. What happens next? The brain develops negative self-schema, a mental filter that makes you interpret everything through the belief that I am not enough. It becomes automatic, unconscious, deeply rooted, and harder to challenge as time goes on. That's why people with low self-esteem think, they're judging me. I don't deserve that. I will fail anyway. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not smart enough. People don't really like me. It's not true. It's a distorted lens your brain built to protect you from emotional pain. If you want to know if this applies to you, look for these signs. You overthink every action. You apologize even when you did nothing wrong. You avoid opportunities that might expose you. You struggle to accept compliments. You downplay your achievements. You fear being disliked. You rely on external validation. You feel like an imposter in your own life. If these sound familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people live in the prison of their own self-doubt. Healing low self-esteem is not about being confident. It is the process of teaching your brain that you are no longer in danger. Here's the step-by-step psychological approach. 1. Awareness. Name the belief. Say it out loud. This is self-doubt, not reality. 2. Inner child work. Find the moments where you learn to shrink. Ask yourself, who taught me to doubt myself? 3. Cognitive reframing. Challenge the automatic thoughts. Ask, is this true or is this fear? 4. Small self-trust habits. Confidence doesn't come from big wins. It comes from small promises you kept to yourself. Drink water. Wake up on time. Complete simple tasks. Show up daily. Small wins, emotional momentum. 5. Embodied healing. Strengthen the nervous system through breathwork, meditation, journaling, exercise, regulated sleep. 6. Avoid people who feed your self-doubt. Some people benefit from your lack of confidence. Walk away. 7. Affirmations with logic. Not, I am amazing, but I deserve a chance to try. I am learning. I am improving. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, the ability to change, adapt, and rebuild new circuits. This is the good news. Low self-esteem is learned, which means confidence can also be learned. You can literally rewire your brain through repeated practice, exposure to healthier environments, and consistent emotional validation. You're not broken, you're unfinished. Listen to me. The way you see yourself today is not permanent. You deserve confidence. You deserve peace. You deserve self-love that doesn't depend on someone else's approval. And if no one ever told you this, let me say it clearly. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are not lacking. You are simply a human being learning how to see yourself with kinder eyes. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to become the version of yourself you've always been afraid to imagine. And you will.